Hello and welcome back to RailRoads Online. So today we are here going to be running a bit longer of a train here. So we have already got this one loaded up with the beams and a couple of box cars in here that we got to get filled. These are empty, hopefully, currently. I think they're empty. Yeah, okay, empty. And then we got a bunch of flats back here. Turn around and obviously we're going to go out after the ironworks there and see if we can get some stuff delivered out to the oil field there. Have got the track and the layout in out there. Haven't been down it, haven't used it at all yet, so it's kind of what this is. See if we can get some things underway. Wait a minute, why are we not hooked up? That's awkward. Being that we just hooked up the whole train. Alright, let's not crash into anything. This train, yeah, I don't know, like 16 cars long. A little longer than I normally like to run. Obviously, you can't see much back there. So it just makes for a hassle loading things up usually. At least that's my take on it. I mean, it's different when you're running multiplayer. Obviously, today we're not doing that. Multiplayer is a little easier to run longer trains like this. Solo, I honestly don't tend to run them this long. But where we're going to get our first load out there, it just kind of works out to where, you know, we pick everything up like this. We can get everything going is kind of the thing. So, trying something a little different with running one this long anyway. Normally I find it easier just to run shorter trains more often. If I'm running solo for sure. We will, while we're just cruising down this, go check our switches. That one we're good, that one we're good. This one I suppose we can head off that way. That we're good. That we're good. Good. And then this one we will head off. I suppose we actually could head off that way. And then we'll have to go up to the dock. So, there, that should at least get us where we're going. All things work out from here to there. Yeah, you can see the train back there a ways. This is kind of a pain stack to run with the boxcars there in the middle. Be easier if the boxcars were thrown on the end, but with the boxcars in the middle, this one's kind of a pain in the butt. That's what I figured out. But then we would have had to actually move around the stack out there at the logging camp, which we could have done, I suppose. Probably should have done. Just unhooked the boxcars, hooked up the other ones, and then re-hooked up the boxcars. But hey, we got the boxcars in the middle, so we're just going to roll with it. Probably get a little bit bouncier, being this a little longer train. And we're going to have to not just run it like we're an out-of-control lunatic, because I don't really want to have to pick up that many cars. And can't see the back of this thing very well at all. Should have put a caboose on the back of there. We're going to run it like this anyway. Would have been not a horrible decision to have made. I feel like this train, oh yeah, I was gonna say we were dragging a 9% brake. I'm like, I feel like this train has a brake on somewhere. 9% brake, that'll do it. Make you feel like you're dragging a little bit. Alright. Move that and that, we should be good. Hopefully all the cars are still back there. Need to fill in here. We're starting to do some stuff with some of the trying to fill in some of these Y areas with something, and it just, I don't know, ended up deleting the whole thing because I wasn't really happy with how it was coming out. So there you go. Still working on ideas there for things, I guess. Give a little whistle, wake up the farmers, freak out the cows, do that whole thing. Nice look at the farm industry. I do have to say, I really do like those two back to back. It just makes the farm feel much more substantial, I guess, having the two together. So kind of like that. Probably be using that a little more. Still probably taking out a few trees here and there in the process. Never quite done with the layout, I don't think. Alright, here we go. Laying it in there. Proper train going down there. Going down the way though. Heads up. Moving through. It's going to be a little tricky, I think, loading this one up. We'll just have to see how it goes. Not exactly sure that I like the idea. These actually, the tree trimming in here came out pretty nice. I think it looks balanced. I really like this stretch, gotta be honest. Most of the time, not so great, but this stretch came out pretty decent. Alrighty, 1, 2 switches will be hanging right. Probably don't need to breakneck it through this one, as we are turning off the main. Not designed just to fling off. This is more designed to go in straight and come out on this one. That way you're under tow here and not at speed. But we're going to run this one in there backwards or the other way and see if we can get it loaded up. Anyway, swinging around that curve here, everything working nice and smooth. Probably should have just broke off. You know what I should have done is I should have broke off the wood and just set it next to it, because then I wouldn't have to try to line all of this up. And we have enough storage space out here. That is what I should have done. Would have made it easier. Otherwise, lining these cars up is going to be a whole thing. We'll see if we can do it somewhere in here. This is going to be a pain, but at least this way it might be a little bit shorter because we wanted to pull them out so far. I don't know. We'll just have to see. We're a half a car off, which I'm sure I can load that one with that. And it's not like we actually even need all that many cars. I mean, all we got to get out there is like 30, I think, is all the oil field actually holds. So as long as we get 3 of those cars, we're probably good. Crane's still swinging. I think we'll go ahead and let it load that. We'll go ahead and just pull a couple of cars forward. Again, like I say, we don't even really need that many. We definitely have more cars than we need, so we don't need to pull all the pipe out of here, is the other thing. So even if we even if we don't get them all, it's just like the box cars. I don't really like to necessarily always wait around for the whole box car to load because, quite frankly, the box cars still load really slow, even though they load faster. Go. Okay, that's working. Not sure if we'll get what we'll get here, but let's see what we get. As long as we get those two cars, then we're golden. We'll pull it forward and take whatever else we get lined up, but we're not going to worry about getting everything loaded in this train. I just didn't want to turn around and pull this stack apart, which is the reason we have the whole stack. Because I just didn't want to yank it apart. It's only a stack of 6 anyway, so there you go. And out at the oil field, you don't burn through tools very fast, so it isn't like, again, we don't need 2 full box cars out there. So we're just going to take whatever we get is what we get. I think the one we'll burn through the most of is probably the beams, and we only have the 8 cars there, so just kind of what that is. 15, 16, we got at least a half a thing by the time we get up here. Yeah. We'll give it a couple more swings. Box cars still do take plenty of time to load when you're talking tools. That's for sure. Long train, little bit of a loading process. Just kind of part of what it is. Do have to say I like the loading when you want to, rather than if we were just leaving them here and then having to pick them up on somebody else's, you know, on the game's time. I prefer that we can at least just kind of come out and load the train when we want to and move what and when and how we want. Alright. Somewhere probably in here. Gonna be the next car. Don't know what happened to whatever the crane is swinging. Oh, still swinging, so it must be lined up to the next boxcar decent enough. What do we get there? 30 out of 32, we'll take that. And we are lined up here still. So we're getting, yeah, we're getting boxes. How did we get 2 in there? That's, oh, because there were 2 left. It was picking up for the last drop in there. Oh, no! You see that? The box went flying. Is he gonna, let's, alright, for science. Oh, we're gonna lose more boxes, aren't we? Yeah, it's just flipping them off. Alright, let's see if we can get this backed up. Whoa, no, no. No, no, no. Push it back. That should do it. Well, the crane's still running, so either we're still flipping them or we're getting them. There we go. Nice. Now they're going in there. That'll work. Probably can't load anything else down here. Nope. Definitely not. Probably pull a half car for it. I don't know. We don't really need it. I don't know. We'll let a few tools go in, and we'll grab a few more pipes. Why not? By the time it eats up some of the lumber or the beams, the wood beams, we should be able to drop a few more of this, a few more of that. I don't know. We'll get it all worked out in the end. We'll get it dropped in there. Did turn around to make some money, obviously, there, running some other stuff. I mean, we were down like 3,000 something, so up to 88. And we did buy a meat car that we haven't rolled out yet, but adding some rolling stock just sitting there in the yard. So the next time we run that kind of stuff out, we'll have more we can throw that meat car in there when we run out for coal, stuff like that. Really trying to get it to where we can run more mixed trains with some of this and some of that, but then that's a whole new process. I've always kind of run unit trains, so running the mixed consists are kind of just a different process. Got it in the last one, get it in this one. We're mixing up some stuff. Cook Mogul's been giving us plenty of power to do it, so, you know, why not? Let's see if we can pull this forward like a half a car or something. And see if we can get... I'd be happier if we could get at least one more load of the pipes. Alright, that's still working. Yeah, that'll work. Bam! We'll take it. So then whatever we get there and whatever we get here, we'll just take when that's loaded. I think we got plenty. A little bit of this, a little bit of that. Guess having a full train's always is nice, but then too, you know, you don't always need the numbers. We don't need to necessarily pull all of our steel pipe out of here. We have plenty of other places for that to go too. You know, we are going to have the actual refinery coming up there, and then obviously we got the whole gold chain and all the rest of that can use it too. And the gold chain pays quite a bit more than the oil chain, though this is kind of a bit easier to get our hands on right this minute. The gold chain, obviously, a few more industries involved there. That was pretty weak. But we're rolling. Alright, no need to yank through here too much. I think we will just run out with those last two cars empty. No big deal. Yeah, good enough sized train there. Still can't see the end of it on the way around the curve there. Yeah, somewhere right in there. Yeah, it's still there. That's pretty good. Goes all the way around the curve. Yeah, that's not a bad little train. Shoot, we are gonna go. Oh, whatever. We're gonna go on the inside dock whether we want to or not now. Gonna make it pull as hard as we can. That's brilliant. Probably don't need to get going too fast with those last cars yet. Still obviously working their way through the turn. Not a bad looking little train there. Yeah, it's actually a proper sized little train for back in the day. Why not? Alright, we'll get that rolling. Bring that down here, get that switched over, get that switched over. Yeah, that is the first look, obviously, there at the layout. Went really simple. Currently, it's got a temporary turnaround even in this. So this one is definitely not a permanent build. This will definitely change at some point when we add in the other industries. Mainly will be the thing, but rather than deadhead it, I just turned around and made it a quick loop. So just a balanced turnaround on the end of this thing so we can actually move stuff along and get things going. It's kind of the idea. Up and running with all the industries. Track came out nice and balanced in here. Nothing too steep or sharp. Obviously the turnaround, we did take out very minimal trees, just trying to get everything around. This is the new layout. Normally I branch things off the main line to the drop, where this is going to be a totally different different plan there. Alright, how well is this going to work out? We're going to have to do the... Right, if we do that, we'll definitely run by the boxcars. Well, we'll just see. And this one is kind of a tight drop to be dropping on the rolls, so definitely don't want to be rolling fast through here. Alright. If that's gonna work, that is gonna work. There we go. See how many we can get going. Finally, we're over $9,000. What time? What are we, halfway through tier 6? 3/4 of the way through tier 6. Getting close to tier 7. Should be nice. That'll open up the big hoppers for us if we can get there. Alright, we don't need to actually be rolling that fast. We're doing pipes anyway, so we will turn around and stop this. Back her up, go for the boxcars. If we can. Alright, a little bit of that, a little bit of that. Still got plenty of wood. This is going to be a little bit trickier of a process. Suppose we do have two of them. Two of them? Probably get one, at least one of them right there. Probably not both. But, yeah, definitely not. But we are going to get the one. Open that up. Or are you going to... Alright. You got to give it to me right there, right? Yeah. Sweet. These pay pretty decent, anyway. I mean, $30 a crate, you turn around to fill up the whole thing. That's actually not a horrible payday to the boxcars. You just don't get a chance to do them very often. That's always been the kicker with those, you know. Nowadays, we obviously have more uses for boxcars, so that's cool. But, because you can run a ton of those into the dredge if you like running boxcars. You can run tools all day if tools are your preferred choice nowadays. You can definitely run a lot of those to the dredge. The dredge goes through tools and pipe like nobody's business. There we go. So again, this will be another nice paying car. Obviously, this is a decent paying load. We're already over the $1,000 threshold. So that's decent, and we still got the pipes, and the pipes pay decent. So, you know, progress. Yeah, we're going to get over a decent amount of tools. A decent amount of tools. Beams are almost stocked up. This will be a decent start, I think. Alright, empty? Empty. Yeah, 11K already. Yeah, so far this is a decent train. Alright, this just became the most profitable train we're actually running on this layout, so there we go. Now we just gotta edge this forward. Though I do not think I'm gonna try to drop these. I don't know, do I try to drop the pipes on the fly? Oh, the pipes are kind of expensive. See, if we can stay at that pace, I feel like we could drop the pipes off on the roll. But now I'm 2 cars short, and it's probably going to keep rolling. So this will probably backfire, but definitely going to give it a shot here because we are actually at a decent pace. But then I don't think that this train's going to roll out very well. It's definitely not. It's going to do one of those ha ha ha. As soon as you get to where you want to unload something, I'm going to stop. And not do you any favors, probably because it's hitting a switch. Alright, so we're just going to take it 2 cars forward, and we will drop these off, not on the roll anyway, because I don't want to lose the pipes, and I don't know how fast it's going to feed out of there. But right now, we just have too many loads that we need to be dropping stuff. So, what do we say? I needed to go 2 cars forward or something? Alright, we got plenty of heat in the seat, so this thing should be moving just fine. Whatever, that should get us going. Alright, there we go. A little bit of warp speed. Bam. Get that one. Get that one. Okay. Did we get? Hopefully we got both of those. I don't know. Everything happened very fast there. But it's going to start sucking up stuff, so that's fine. And then we're going to start getting crude oil, so that's what counts, right? Everything's working there. How many cars forward do we need to go? 2. 2 for 2, that seems fine. And then we'll have room to drop those because some of them will get sucked up, which we need. Obviously, we got a few too many for the holding, so give it a second for a few of those to get going. Of course, now I'm not paying attention to rolling 2 cars forward. But we should be able to find it somewhere in here. Hopefully. That's somewhere in the neighborhood. Oops. There we go. Perfect. That should work. Drop me. Let me go. Alright. Working. Working. Oh, this was actually paying out pretty well. Going to be a $3,000 train. Yeah. Bam. Oh, heck yeah. About 3,000 bucks in that train. And we're definitely going to get some crude oil. So, you know, that's going to make us some more money. And that's always cool. Making progress, that's the whole point. Nice when the train actually pays for itself, but we will turn around and take a little look up. Obviously, we just went really simple in here. 3 all running off of the center rail this time, so just 1 left, 1 right. Piece of cake. And then up here, we did just go with a nice balanced loop. Again, this is temporary because we do know we are going to push rail straight through here, so this whole thing not going to be a permanent fixture. So we did try to take out very few trees again because that will be a whole different thing in there, but that's just the drop, the stop, and getting things going. Decent sized little train for the narrow gauge, but moving things along. Now we're up to 12 grand, so we can pick up a heck of a lot more rolling stock, which is pretty good because the tanker cars are obviously not cheap, so we'll get that going. But I think with that, we're going to call it a win. Say thanks for tuning in. Remember, if you get a chance, like, share, subscribe. Subscriptions are free, but they sure do help the channel. Y'all have a great day.